gotta do your please go before we go on.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we are live. Hello, everybody. I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
And we're Untitled Nerd Network, brought to you by Infinity Flux out of Hickson, Tennessee, where they got all kinds of neat comics came out this week. Drop by and pick up that Action Comics number 987 with the 3D lenticular cover. I've already read it. It's great. We are here tonight at the Revelry Room in Chattanooga, downtown Chattanooga, with the best tribute band recently named, Rumours ATL, a Fleetwood Mac tribute. And we're taking turns with everybody. The whole band's back here, and we're just kind of taking turns, talking to everybody. So welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
All right, and your name is?
My name is Doug Easterly.
All right, Doug. Let's see, where do I even begin?
I know, right?
Well, first off, congrats. Tell us a little bit about your newfound award that you guys have been.
We just found out a day or two ago, and it's really neat. It's some local recognition from our fans in Atlanta and Georgia where we got started, so it feels really good. Really
okay. Good. So you guys are the best. Not to sound like conceited or anything, but
well,
how does that?
We spent the first 2 years saying that we don't suck, and that was our answer. And that way we don't come across too cocky or but people they find out that we don't suck. So
okay,
and apparently we don't suck. So
I would say if anybody else has anything to add, like man, even if you're not in the hot seat,
just
feel free to say hey or embarrass Doug here.
Adrian's still getting ready for the show. So.
All right, we've already got people hitting the chat.
Holy
Drawing
crap.
Mistako is on. It's like, wow, y'all are interviewing a band.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. I've tried to explain to Lonnie that music is totally a fandom. Like, there's music nerds everywhere. It's totally a thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, hey, have y'all got any of those shirts back here?
Right behind you, man.
Should we get an example shirt?
We got.
I'm gonna have to unfold this one.
Yeah, that's all right.
Let's show that because this right here, this is what made me.
Yeah.
That's apparently that's what sold them on us.
If you notice closely,
on an
you'll
interview
see,
anyway.
or if you look closely, you'll see the Death Star here.
It's Han Solo and Princess Leia.
And that's Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher, respectively.
Yeah, that is freaking awesome because I saw those.
It's made a lot of noise. A lot of people have really liked it.
And that's what made me like. I saw those.
Just in case you didn't know, that is the actual Rumours cover.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
You might have picked up on that.
That is correct.
It is a like a tribute to the Rumours cover.
Yes.
And whenever we were leaving the last time you guys were in town, we were walking out. And I was like, "Holy crap! Look at that shirt!" And of course, Amber, she pointed it out to me, and I was like, that is like a nerd shirt, like somebody who likes Fleetwood Mac, and somebody like me who is like
Star Wars.
Absolutely. And I was
Sci-fi.
like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So I was like, we need to get a hold of these guys, and then, the rest is history. Here you are.
I know.
So
Cool.
I want to know, like, how does that make you feel to like be given an award like that? I mean, like me, I would be like.
It's really amazing. A lot has happened in this band in just coming up on 3 years now. So we have done a ton of touring and started small and small clubs and restaurants, and it's just been a snowball. It's just been a whirlwind of just everything's really going our way, and we still really love what we do, and it's just been amazing. So
cool.
It feels really good, I gotta admit.
I'm going to pass it over to Amber. I rarely ever do this, but I'm kind of letting Amber hold the mic for a while.
Okay.
I'm going to be watching the chat.
Oh my gosh.
God, we're
I'm leaving
roles.
Lonnie and
But this was
chat.
her thing. I was like, you know what? She's the one that introduced me to you guys. I was like, I'm going to pass it off to her and let her run things.
Yay! Okay, so I know you guys formed in 2014, correct?
I believe that is correct.
That is what I read online. Just curious, because, I saw you guys getting ready, so obviously you still have to practice a lot before a show.
Oh, yeah.
But how much practice did you have before your first actual show? Like, how long did it take for you guys to, get this down? Because I know
ready
it
for
was...
performance?
Yes.
Well, I was an original member, actually. There was a performance done before myself and Adrian were added to the band.
Okay.
That would be a Mackenzie question, probably.
She's
she's the
sorry.
Save that.
We're getting ready for the show and eating pizza all at the same time.
Yes,
So.
yeah.
But yeah, Mackenzie has the
got
best
you.
memory of the band and
Okay.
the historical
Oh.
facts of Rumours.
Excellent. That's an excellent skill. Sorry.
Would you like to jump in here,
Yeah.
Mackenzie? Come on in. I'll step out for a moment.
Okay.
I'll be thank you guys. Good to see you. I'll be in the peanut gallery.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll just chatter in the background.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Welcome to the
Hey.
Welcome.
All right,
It
this
is.
quite a seat. All right, so the question was, how much preparation goes into a show? And when we first played, like our very first show. So back in November of 2014, we had a show booked at a local club in town called the Star Bar. And it was kind of our intention from the start to make sure that it was cool no matter what, that it was always cool, it was never cheesy. Because there's a lot of tribute bands and any band that can get kind of cheesy and carried away. So we always want to make it cool. And Star Bar was like the coolest place in town for us to play. So we had one guy and he ended up having like a family emergency and was like, I'm not going to be able to make it to the show. So we had 2 weeks to prep with this other guy who was a country singer, didn't even really know Lindsey Buckingham. And I did the Christine McVie parts and the CB Nicks parts. We showed up to the show.
Wow.
It's sold out. And Departure, who I'm sure you guys have probably seen play here
I
as well.
haven't seen them play yet, but I've been wanting to.
Yeah, they're great.
It's on my
They're
list.
a Journey tribute. And
Love Departure.
we love Departure. They're the best. But we had asked them if they wanted to headline the show so we could have like a band that would help, bring people in. And it sold out, and they were like, you guys blew us off the stage. And we were like, I don't know about that. But we practiced for like probably a good 6 months. And then once Doug and Adrian joined the band, we started doing these acoustic practices every Thursday morning where we would all show up. Alex would bring his acoustic guitar. Doug would bring his acoustic guitar. We would sit around Adrian's piano, and we would play all of these Fleetwood Mac songs acoustic. And then we started playing acoustic shows where it was just the four of us and we would get out there and we would play, and it tightened us up so much that it was like when we showed up to do practice with bass and drums, it was like, okay, we're good to go, let's go ahead and book another show. So we played our first real show with a real band April 24th 2015 with a Doors tribute called the Dirty Doors. What's up, guys? And a Nirvana tribute called Nameless Nameless. They're great too. They actually are playing JJ's Bohemia tomorrow night.
Oh, okay, cool.
Here in town. Go check them out. Nameless Nameless. If you like nerd stuff, they're a really good Nirvana tribute. So
Hey.
I think, Nirvana kind of speaks to the nerds, but
I love Nirvana.
they're
Oh my
great.
god.
they do a great job of it. So it's been, we definitely practiced a lot, and now it's got to the point where we play so much that we don't really have to practice.
Right.
So then when we show up to have a practice, we're like, what is this new feeling? It's really strange, we're like, I don't know what to do, but it's been quite the ride and quite a blessing too that it went from, like Doug said, playing at, the Star Bar and like, a local restaurant to playing the House of Blues within like 4 months of our very
amazing.
first show. We played here like 6 or 7 times now. We've been here a lot, so we love Chattanooga. This is a great town.
Thank you.
It's not that far from home either.
I was gonna say, like no offense meant by this, but I was really wanting to hear like some horror story about a horrible first show,
I wasn't. I was totally looking forward
I mean,
to this.
well, if I can just say this, we thought it was horrible, and we were like, dude, we did not play that right. That was so bad. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. There was one point where like something was hit wrong on a guitar or a bass or something, and someone was like, my bad, y'all, like in the mic, and people just laughed, and we had fun, and it was like this big fun like community of people. We also had a David Bowie tribute open that night, the very first show that Rumours ever did.
Wow.
And the guy was out there in an ice skating dress in tights. And it was hilarious and awesome. And my uncle, who is in a cover band, like a kind of generic like 80s cover band, he's been playing for years, and he came out and saw us and he was like, oh my god, that's the greatest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen a man in a leotard in my entire life.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it couldn't have been a bad show with that, honestly. We could have hit every note wrong and it still would have been the best show ever because we got to play with 2 amazing bands and like our favorite stage in Atlanta, so that was pretty cool.
Awesome.
Do you like go back and do you have like any old video of old shows and like compare to how you are now? Like, how does that
Every
compare?
night. Alex, you take this one. Come on. Take it. Because I have to sit there in the other room and listen to him play. recordings of us over and over and over again. But no, yeah, we do. We go back and we listen to old recordings and we listen to old videos, and we not only listen but we watch ourselves. You know, it's really important to watch what you did 2 years ago and what you're doing now. And we never wanted to make this band a caricature. We never wanted it to be this like we're pretending to be Fleetwood Mac. We always kind of wanted to bring our own spin to it and like make people feel like they're at our show and we're playing Fleetwood Mac songs, you know, like, and I feel like, I mean, I can ask you that, like, do you feel when you come to our show that it's like that, or, you know, am I way off base here?
I mean, y'all do have your own spin, but at the same time, it's a lot like them.
Yeah.
A lot of times I have made the statement, this is probably the closest I'm ever going to see Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, we get that a lot. We get that a lot, and it's cool, so.
And that's with me going to see, I actually got to go see Stevie last November.
I was there too. Is it in Atlanta? I was in the front row for that show. It was amazing.
Yeah, we had good seats. We weren't front, but we had good seats. So
yeah, that was a great show. I actually entered this contest on 97 Won the River down in Atlanta for the best Stevie Nicks lookalike, and I won. And we won front row seats to see Stevie Nicks. We got 2 of them. And the day that we went to go see Stevie Nicks, my car broke down. On the way to get the tickets, like. I was freaking out. I'm like, what am I going to do if I don't get these tickets and, like, get to see her front row? Oh, my God. But it was incredible. It was great. And the Pretenders toured up, too. They were amazing.
Yes.
They were really good.
Speaking of, like, car trouble, how is y'all's crowdfunding thing going for the van?
We need more money for the crowdfunding thing for the
I want to give
van.
you an opportunity to talk about that.
We have 6 people in the van and 3 people don't have cars right now.
Yeah.
So that's
Oh.
Yeah, half the band is
We're
carless.
very-
So it's been... You know, because you put a lot of miles on your own car, too. Going back and forth to practice and going to pick up merchandise and going to do this and that and whatever for the band. And sometimes, like this show tonight, it's really easy to take your own car because it's only an hour and a half away from Atlanta. So it's not that hard for us to just get in the car and go. But, yeah, I mean, it's been like one of those things where we're just like, what are we going to do about this? So, yeah, GoFundMe.com / I think Rumours ATL.
Okay, so the link is still active.
It is
We'll
still
have to
active.
accompany that,
Yeah, we can feature that.
on our link.
Because we need a van because we're renting. And like I said, 3 of us don't have cars. And it's terrible and awful. And, oh, God, it's
Yeah,
the
I
worst
can
thing ever.
It's like, interestingly enough, half of our team doesn't have a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm without a car right
You don't know
now.
how many Uber drivers I don't want to talk to on a daily basis. I'm here not wanting to have a conversation with you because I want to just ride in silence and cry about the fact that I don't have a car. So that is why I'm in your car and paying you to drive me somewhere. Oh, God.
I do want to ask a question we just got asked in the chat.
Okay.
And this might seem obvious, but how did you land on the name Rumours for the band?
We went through a lot of different names, and we were like, what about Tusk? What about Landslide? What about... And we, like, were coming up with, I mean, just anything we could grab, even, like, Belladonna, even though that's a solo Stevie Nicks record and song. We were like, maybe. And there was already a band in town kind of doing Fleetwood Mac songs, and they were called White Winged Doves. So we were like, well, we don't want to do something that's, like, Stevie Nicks-centric. So what's, like, the one thing that everybody knows Fleetwood Mac for? Well, Rumours. Everybody knows Rumours. Not everybody knows Landslide. Not everybody knows Tusk. Not everybody knows Seven Wonders or whatever other list of names we went through that were based off of their songs. If you say, hey, we're Storms, the Fleetwood Mac tribute band, no one's going to really know because they're going to be like, what is Storms? So Rumours was the most obvious choice because we knew that it would not only... People would see that and they would go, okay, that's got to be Fleetwood Mac because a lot of venues don't put Fleetwood Mac tribute under our name. It's just Rumours. So... we wanted it to be obvious about who we were and what we were presenting, and I feel like Rumours is the best name for that. But there's also a lot of other tribute bands and original bands and strip clubs in Atlanta called Rumours. So yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, good question. That was a really good question.
That was a good question.
and it was not too obvious because I feel like there's a lot of people who wanted that explanation. Why Rumours? That seems so obvious, but why Rumours?
Well, my thought, why I said it was obvious was because, that's like the name of their biggest CD.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, how you landed on that out of all the literally hundreds of possible names.
Right.
That is a very interesting
Yes, that's a good
take
question.
on that.
All right.
Amber?
Let's see. Y'all performed at Daryl's house.
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
Amazing.
Yeah.
We performed there 4 times now. Every time we sell it out, it's like a 220 person capacity room. It is very small. It is a listening room. People don't talk. They sing along, but they don't like talk out and whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like this weird thing because they're almost like so respectful, but it's like, we didn't write this. We're just tributing it, you know? But the first time we ever showed up to Daryl's house, we were like, what is this place? Oh my God, it's real. Like, it's real. Oh my gosh, we're really here. And we went in and we played and we were so nervous and we got these amazing videos out of it. We got the Gold Dust Woman video out of the very first time we were ever
I
at
did find that on
Daryl's
the internet.
house. And then it's like every time we go back, it's better and better. The same people come every time, but then it's like split. It's like 40-60. So you've got 40% of the people that have seen you every single time you've ever played there. And then 60% of them have never seen you before. And they heard from their neighbor down the street in Pauling, New York, which is a tiny town. Hey, you got to see this band Rumours. And they go. And it's like the coolest thing ever. And he really set it up to make you feel like you're at home and you're playing in your living room.
Oh, yeah.
Peter Moshe is one of the greatest engineers that we've ever worked with. He's like 9-time Grammy Award winning engineer and producer for Daryl Hall and John Oates, and he's amazing and he's the coolest guy. They have this dog that's like the sweetest dog, and she just runs around the venue, and it's like, it really does feel like you're at, you know, your own cabin in the woods because it just feels like home. It's awesome.
Also in that article I read that you guys originally wanted to do a Hall & Oates cover band. Is that really a thing?
Yeah. Alex and I were kind of like throwing some stuff around. We were in an original band together at one point a few years ago, and I was messaging him on Facebook, and I was like, you know, I'm getting kind of tired of playing original music. And I like had no idea it could be like this. But I was like, you know, I just don't feel inspired. Like, I'd really like to do maybe like a cover band, or you and I just go play like acoustic covers or whatever at a bar. And he's like, yeah, let's come up with something more like tribute-y though. Like, what can we do that would be more of a tribute band? Because he was already in a tribute band called Horror Business, which is a tribute band to the Misfits. And
okay, cool.
It's a totally different thing. So we were joking around. We're like, what's the cheesiest thing we could do? And we're like, what about Hall & Oates? And it's like, well, I could be Lady Daryl Hall, but that would be weird. And then it was like, what about Huey Lewis and the News? And then I was like, well, what am I going to do? I can't play horns. Like, I'm just going to stand there, I guess. I don't know. And then I was like, well, how do you feel about Fleetwood Mac? And he's like, yeah, that's cool. He goes, but it has to be a tribute. We can't just, like, cover it. You can't just cover Fleetwood Mac. And I'm like, okay. He's like, you have to dress the part. You have to act the part. You have to sing the part, look the part, all of it. And I was like, okay, I think I can do that because I've been a huge Stevie Nicks fan my entire life. So, yeah, let's try it out. And he was like, the other reason, though, too, is because I think it's hilarious that I'm in a Misfits tribute. Now we're doing Fleetwood Mac. It's like one extreme to the next as far as genres of music go. You got this, like, horror punk, and now you're performing, like, you know, sweet, sad songs about divorce and breakups and whatever. Yes. So, you want to get in here?
Sure.
You should do it. Ask him some questions.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Real quick, what's your favorite song?
To do by them?
Yes.
My favorite song to hear and perform is Everywhere, because I've always loved that song, and I think Adrian does a great job of it. And my favorite song to actually sing lead on is Silver Springs, because it's like the most heartfelt song I think anyone's ever written, ever. And it's very real. So, yeah. So, yeah. Cool. Well, now I think Adrian and Alex are going to tag team this one with you guys.
Awesome. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next. I don't know. Can we squeeze both of them in or no?
Hot seat.
Well, I'll tell you what, you were definitely looking the part tonight.
Honey, can we squeeze both of them in or no?
You want to give it a go? It could be fun.
It will be fun. Here, hold on. I got this.
Okay. I'll sit over here on the very edge.
Yes, I'm on the edge too.
Nobody wants to see me anyway. No, seriously, I'm just the guy that put it together. Nobody actually wants to see me.
All right.
Over here on the edge.
The edge of 17.
Yay!
We were over here on the couch, the big comfy couch. Amber?
Yes. Y'all want to introduce yourselves, please?
I'm Alex Thrift.
All right.
Adrian Cottrell.
Okay, and these are other members of Rumours ATL. Let's see.
Real quick before you get started, are y'all doing the song "Never Going Back Again" tonight?
Not tonight. Yeah, I think we did it last time.
No, y'all didn't. Y'all didn't do it last
We didn't
time.
do it last
No,
time?
we were here last
Nope, because I
time.
was looking forward to it. Y'all didn't play.
Play next.
You know,
Yes,
man,
Always leaving one more.
I know.
Yeah.
right.
We'll do it for you next time.
And he says, I'm never coming back again.
Well, that was it.
Can't jinx it.
All right, so I read about y'all's 1 week residency at Epcot for
Right.
Disney. How do y'all like that? How does that work?
Oh,
I think that's amazing. 1 week at Disney.
The mic.
I'm kind of being stepped on the cord. Hold
You're
on.
standing on it. Oh my God.
That's not me. It's our guest.
It's true Untitled Nerd Network. You're still standing on it. True Untitled Nerd Network fashion. There's always some kind of hiccup,
Oh yeah.
so it can't be perfect.
But
But anyway, the residency at Epcot.
yeah. So Disney, Epcot. You know, June 16.
Or 18th, I think, is when we went.
Well, I'm at
2016?
2016.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean it's Disney.
I mean,
It's like
Unbelievable. I mean,
Yeah,
it doesn't get
yeah,
much
enough said.
fun.
It was phenomenal. Like the most professional engineers, staff that you can possibly imagine.
did they seek y'all out?
Actually, our booking agent submitted us to them in probably late 2015,
Okay.
and I think we found out about that in early, maybe March.
We found out about it after the Daryl's House video was released.
Yeah. So like April.
Yeah.
Gosh, was it that soon?
It might have been later than
Yeah.
that.
Anyway.
I really put on some.
Well, yeah, it was a few months. We knew about it. I think in like she said, March or April, and we played it in June.
Dang. That was
So
a
yeah,
quick
it
turnaround.
was real
Fast.
quick. Yeah, and
Like a last minute entry, right?
yeah, pretty much. I think there was a Billy Joel tribute that we beat out, and that's how we ended up with it.
Oh wow,
So
that's pretty cool.
so we beat Billy Joel. Yeah, you know, Daniel's favorite artist,
Daniel
Billy
loves
Joel.
Billy
He
Joel.
loves Billy Joel. But so yeah, I mean it was incredible. Like our family came. Some of us have kids, and they were able to come and hang out and watch the shows, and then downtime we'd go ride rides and
We
see
had
the
a
park.
great sense of community, too, because we rented one big house. And we all stayed there with our families and went on the rides. And
Oh, that sounds fun.
it was really a wonderful experience.
Do you guys get into any nerd stuff?
Oh,
As evidence,
man.
like Star Wars or
Oh, dude.
the
Star
Marvel movies or anything like that?
Dude, I got the Star Wars on VHS. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Star Wars.
Almost.
Yeah.
Here, let's see. Does everybody want to
Star
cram in
Wars.
here? If we can.
Right.
Star Wars on VHS.
He's got Star Wars on VHS. That's pretty OG.
I got 3 copies of it on VHS, the original trilogy.
Empire Strikes
One for every
Strikes Back,
bedroom in
though.
my house.
Best one, Empire Strikes Back, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
close.
not debatable.
I could lean that tonight. I could lean that way tonight.
Okay.
But Strikes Back
As opposed
was.
to what other night.
We're gonna rumble over that later.
Any other fandoms that y'all are a fan of? Maybe
Oh
Walking
man.
Dead or
Game of Thrones.
Game of
Anybody like Game of
I
Thrones?
like Game of Thrones. I wouldn't call
I've been
myself.
watching
a
the
fan
new
of-
Fargo lately.
Yeah.
Does anybody? I don't know. I haven't had cable for like 6 years, but my girlfriend moved in recently and was doing like streaming shows, and so I'm like kind of getting that. But
Speaking of nerds.
I'm getting reacquainted with the television. But that's a good one.
I'm liking this dynamic where like you're not really in the frame, but your head, like from the neck up, is like
in the
just
frame.
kind of looking in on us here.
like, hey, what's up?
You guys
Yeah.
didn't know Chris
It
Cornell's
always-
playing with us tonight. On
Yeah, back from the dead.
Back from the dead.
All right, do y'all have any side projects that y'all do besides this?
Oh,
or is
yeah.
this y'all main?
I'm in 5 or something like that. 5.
God.
Yeah.
Too many.
And then you're in a few,
3 or 4.
3 or 4. Most of us are in the same side project. So
Oh,
See, y'all have side projects
Okay.
together.
You guys,
It's
you
not
guys
a.
know the
Yeah.
band Soundgarden. We're in that.
Yeah.
No, we have original bands. All of us play original music, and all of us. Let's see. I'm gonna come this way.
Yeah, you can do it. You can fit in.
Okay, I'm here.
Yay!
So all of us are in original bands and play our own music and write our own songs, and then we're also in tributes to Tom Petty and Blondie, and it's awesome and weird to go from Fleetwood Mac to Blondie, and then this guy does like Minor Threat and Misfits, like I was talking about earlier.
Not very often anymore. Rumors
all
takes
I
a lot
have
of
to
our
say.
time up, but
But this is the main one. This is
Yeah.
considered
Yeah.
the main.
this is how we pay our rent. Or mortgage.
It's really put everything else on the back burner. Is what it's done.
Yeah. I can see why.
Which is a great thing.
That's how we get ourselves out of DUIs.
He's kidding.
It's that kind of money.
Hey, was that some of those juicy details I was wanting?
DUIs by getting a designated driver after every single
Right.
show.
Safe ride, Lyft, Uber. I don't know.
So that's the reason you're wearing those sunglasses.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Last question. Favorite song to perform,
Are we really rapping already?
honey?
It's got to be
Oh,
close.
crap. Yeah, we are.
I'm watching the time, unlike you.
I'm
I got it.
completely lost it.
So anyway, but yes, favorite song to perform for.
Man.
It completely
Everybody
depends on the night.
It
You know,
does.
it
And the
depends on the
crowd
night
even.
and the crowd,
The energy.
and you know, sometimes some of the slow
Chain, for the record.
I like Gypsy.
chain all the time, gypsy all the time.
Overall,
Those are good contenders.
We got Gypsy and
I mean, I love doing Silver Springs and Rhiannon and Everywhere. Those are probably
Okay.
my top
They're
three.
great songs.
we got you, didn't
I
we?
would say like
I'm wondering. I'm like, who hasn't given us a song yet?
Daniel, I don't think he's been over here at all.
He hasn't
No,
been
he's
over
not
here.
been
Daniel,
here at
just-
all.
Daniel.
Just dreams.
Dreams.
Okay.
Maybe
No,
just
we
get
got
him
like-
in here. Just do the mid
Hey.
guys once.
Just get the eyes.
I was gonna say like
There you go, man, right here.
our sponsor,
Right in front.
the guy that owns our sponsor, Infinity Flux. I couldn't pay him $500 to be on camera,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh God, it bothers me so bad because I want to get him on there.
yeah.
You be our guest.
Oh, man.
Just one shot to the camera. The mid guys.
All right.
All right.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel Morrison.
And
Oh, you gotta tell me your favorite song to perform.
He said dreams.
Dreams. Yeah. So we had somebody in the chat ask how large is y'all's band. There are
6.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6 of you guys.
I
So.
resent that remark.
So, anybody have any closing words, any words of wisdom, famous quotes, or anything you'd like to spill on to our audience? That's
Steady
probably a
plodding.
bad phrasing, but
Steady plotting.
Steady plot.
Keep planting the daily seeds.
Wow.
Chris Cornell really is there.
This got really, really deep. So,
you're not quite on. There we go.
Alex and I's favorite thing to say is just do it. Not like Nike.
Yeah.
Just get it done and do it and
Just
make
do
it
it.
happen. Don't ask questions. Don't bother. Just do it. Find a way, find a path, and do it. Because that's the only way you're ever going to learn. So do it, kids.
That got me motivated.
yeah, that did.
Just do it, man.
Thank you guys for having us.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you for. Thank y'all for coming on here, and I know just like somebody randomly messaged you, like, "Hey, will y'all do an interview with us?" And
I know.
but yeah,
He's
we-
like, guess what I did? And I was
yeah, it was really like a gift to her. I've been doing a couple of these like
Aw,
that.
that's
So.
sweet.
I got her a haunted house on her birthday.
Oh,
So- or no, a
bought
ghost
her
hunt.
Ghost Hunt on the birthday, and then we're doing the haunted house at the beginning of October.
So, all right, this wraps our live interview with Rumours ATL, a Fleetwood Mac tribute. We're at the Revelry Room, about to go out and watch the show. Good luck, everybody. Break a leg. If you guys are half as good as you were last time, I'm going to enjoy the hell out of this.
Well, hopefully it'll be
Thank you.
twice as good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey. Yes.
Cheers.
But anyway, I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amber
It's a weird,
Licious.
like, reverse mirror angle.
I know, you gotta go the opposite direction.
And this is Rumours ATL, y'all.
Yes. And we are Untitled Nerd Network, brought to you by Infinity Flux. Drop by and see them this weekend. And if we're not too messed up after the show, we will too. So anyway, everybody have a good night, and next time you guys are in town, come see them.
Thank you.
Thank you.